So welcome everyone to the Neo-Non, presented by All Seating, Inscape, Bouchon, and Patcraft. My name is Janine Brennan with All Seating, and I'm going to let my co-presenters present or introduce themselves, excuse me. But thank you again for joining us. We have a lot of good information to share with you. And there it is. That's my contact information, and we'll be able to give this out to everyone that participates as well. What is new with All Seating? So the biggest thing is just how do we manage a showroom in the age of pandemic? So the effects of COVID-19 obviously have made face-to-face interactions and in-person meetings more challenging. So to ensure that we can still welcome our friends and clients to our showroom, we have created a virtual 3D tour. This can easily be accessible by going to the allseating.com website. Under the company tab, you'll see a virtual showroom link. This is obviously something you can play around on your own, but I am more than happy to help use this dynamic tool with guided personalized tours with you and your clients. So I encourage everyone to play on that. As far as product introductions, we recently introduced birch frames to two of our most popular cash chairs. The Levo is seen on the left and the U2 is seen on the right. We are a mid-market price seating line, and these are the Levos in the mid-market range. The U2 is on our higher end of our spectrum, but the softer, lighter birch represents an inspiring, modern, and serene environment for collaboration and individual work alike. The line comes in 10 fresh colors. We're including 5 neutral and 5 vibrant colors as seen here. Adding to the family of birch frames, we introduced a new task chair in June called the L1, named after that pesky little vertebrae that anybody with back issues knows very well. We're really excited about the price point of this chair. Its starting list price is $515. Fully loaded with all of the bells and whistles, it's listing right under $700.
We want some additional.
Oh, got some more people? Welcome. This is available in 4 neutral mesh colors. And true to just All Seating's design philosophy, it's providing optimal, accessible, and intuitive ergonomics for all users. This is a great little task chair for private offices to open concept workspaces. And again, the price point cannot be beat. Style and comfort is still there. Our next introduction that we'll be launching in August is the Mantra conference chair. Anybody that has been practicing any form of yoga or meditation knows that mantra is a phrase repeated, helps with focus and motivation. And this chair was designed internally by an All Seating designer, Neetar Chakravarthy. It's going to make a beautiful executive or conference chair. Going to be available in the low back option on the left or the high back on the right. You'll have the option of a chrome or wood inlay. We can also upholster that inlay, as you can see on the low back on the left-hand side. In addition to the 5-star caster base, we're offering a 4-prong base, which will make a nice little gaster pull-up. The second introduction in August will be Prada. This is our 3rd collaboration with Carl Magnuson. Prada will also be one of more of a conference or chair. You'll have the option to fully upholster this chair or do a wood shell on the back. Oops, sorry, excuse me, wrong button. This chair, just like the Prada, our entry-level list price for these will be about $800 list. We're really focused on making sure that we have these great options for clients, especially given that budgets may have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Finally, Exchange. Exchange is our modular soft seating line, has been around within the All Seating line for about 3.5 years. Probably gone are the days of all of us sitting around like this. Unfortunately, a lot needs to change within our businesses right now, and we do have some excellent options to promote for the 6-feet office. The previous slide is actually this exact rendering. So you'll see lots of fun serpentine shapes, but we're probably not going to be sitting as close as we used to. So with Exchange, not only is it completely modular and reconfigurable, but we're able to add screens and barriers to reduce and reconfigure sectional seating, create some isolated areas, as well as any conferencing requirements that are needed. Exchange, as you see here,
you muted, Janine.
Well, thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Exchange has options for being completely modular, adding or taking away privacy screens, and we're also able to use all bleach cleanable fabrics as needed. Some of the other layouts are the sectional seating declines. We can add some platform tables in between. Arms are either 6 or 12 inches, or the platform tables can be 12 or 24. And just a couple more, it's just, we still can do the fun curved layouts, but the option of using these 120-degree angled tables will create some more distance in between folks. And that concludes all seating. If there are anyone that has any questions, you can feel free to use the chat feature. I'll be happy to answer them as Stephanie moderates for me. And if not, we'll move on.
I don't see any coming in right now. Or if you have a question, you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, you can feel free to do that as well as we get set up with Melissa.
Great. Thank you, guys. I'm going to turn it over to Melissa from Inscape.
You're muted, Melissa.
Of course that would happen. Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. My name is Melissa Gaitan and I am your new business development manager here in New York City. I just recently joined the team on the furniture side of things, so you can officially reach out to me in all types of inquiries, relating to any projects that we can apply ourselves to with our products. So in this presentation, we'll be taking a quick glimpse on who is Inscape, what's new with Inscape, and what we were about to launch this NeoCon. So Inscape offers over 130 years of experience in the industry. We specialize in furniture, systems, benching, and wall products that really can adapt to any space. Our core business is really custom work, and our tagline is work for tomorrow. And that actually comes with all of our products being ready for day 2 and how we can help your clients adapt to that change. With sustainability, we wanted to make sure that we took great leaps forward in our processes and materials, reduce the impact of the environment, and all of our products are actually BIFMA 3 certified. I'd like to touch really quick on space division. It's something that we had to respond to so quickly. We had to rethink the space, just like you. Physical distance, higher screens and dividers, an increase in personal storage, and better material selection for cleaning. So we have all the solutions for all those needs with our products. We have partitions that are available in all heights that can be used with our products or be used in a universal solution. With Newform, now we also have to take a closer look to the materials that we need to specify, especially in a post-COVID world. So we are seeing right now the integration of our healthcare materials into the workspace. But for Newform, not only is it exclusive to Inscape, but also a game-changer material to the industry. So what is it? It's essentially the thermoforming process that creates a seamless and easy, clean work surface. There's 2 main key features that you want to remember. 1, that it's a seamless edge, and 2, that it's stain and bacteria resistant. So now we move on to one of my favorite products, which is Rocket. It's an award-winning product, starting with our linear, then we moved on to Skyrocket pneumatic, then to 90-degree, and now we've added 3 new items. So we have our Rocket with our global workstation. Expected launch date for this is fall of winter 2020. And essentially what we've done is we've taken our 90-degree planning core and we delinked the workstations to give the users full mobility. We've also improved improved and added an additional option to our pneumatic height adjustable. And now we have our long awaited product of all, which is our electric height adjustable. So this is going to be launching very soon in September of 2020. With Rocket high risers, you know, the world changed overnight and we needed a new space for high space dividers. So we've added that, and it comes in 2 heights, 24 inches high and 30 inches height. And it's great for height adjustable work surfaces. With all the people working from home, we wanted to give them an option, and now we've added Rocket at home. With Inscape Bench, we started with the evolution, which was linear, then 90-degree planning, then 120-degree planning, and then our mobile. So now what we're bringing with Bench is our new accessories to the forefront. So we have our bench surface screens that are expected to launch in the fall of winter 2020. And this is a more integrated way to give the users privacy and a more systems feel to Bench without it looking like a cheap afterthought. So we have 2 heights available in this as well. So the 24 inches high and 30 inches high from the work surface. With Bench accessory stack, we're expected to launch in the fall winter 2020. And this is a very flexible frame that enables all these different variations that we can do, as you see there. And then we also have the ability to become custom. With Inscape System, what's new is that we have System X. So System X is supposed to launch in 2021. This is still at a concept phase, and we're still working on our quirks, but we have multiple options that are available. So we would actually love to hear your feedback if possible. With Inscape storage, we are truly unique to the industry because we have 1.5-inch increments while the industry standard is 2 inches. So we have the ability to be more custom. So now what's new with storage is we have our E-Lock wireless technology that's going to be coming handy, especially in a post-COVID world, with our new form fronts. And then we have our 2-store line, which is expected to launch in 2021. This is a lightweight and biomorphic design for our storage solutions. And that's really it for now with what's new with Inscape on the furniture side of things. I'm going to be handing you guys over to my amazing colleague, Kristen Matthews, who's on the wall side of Inscape. Please let me know if there's any questions.
There are no questions currently, but if anyone has them, once again, we'll remind folks, please feel free to use the chat feature for questions for any of the manufacturers presenting today.
Everyone hear me? Yes. I'm Kristen Matthews. I'm with Inscape on the Walls division side, and I'm going to be discussing our Acme 50 product today. It's a single glazed mountable wall system. So Acme 50 is composed of steel. It's a really minimal and clean frame. It's 1.5 inches all the way around. So it's 1.5 inches on the top, the bottom, and the side profile. And then we also have a tolerance of 1.5 inches as well, so it gives it some more flexibility for on-site. Our walls are manufactured in upstate New York, so it's just 1-day shipping to the city, and it's less than 500 miles, so that helps with LEED accreditation. We have a wide range of standard colors. You can also do custom colors. It doesn't change the cost or the lead time at all. This is a really popular color. This is Cinder Reflections. And then going into our sustainable certifications, like Melissa said, we are level 3 BIFMA certified. We have our Declare label. Our walls are actually in the Delos building, which is really close to our showroom. And then if you decide to specify wood doors through us, they're all FSC certified. And all of our materials are red list free. Our frames are powder coated. So this is a project, this is Etsy, this is in Brooklyn, and as you can see, they have wood doors. One thing I wanted to point out for hardware, if you decide to, if your building has a standard like Schlage or something like that, we're able to accommodate any hardware you need, but we also have standard hardware options that we can provide for you and send you all those details. One thing I did want to touch on is our Acme 51 product. So this is our high acoustic. It's just a beefed up version of Acme 50. So it's basically 3 components that get us to an NIC of 35. We have a laminated glass with a .060 acoustic interlayer. Because the frames are steel, which is a really beneficial component as opposed to a lot of aluminum demountable walls on the market, the frame is hollow. So we're able to put a wool composite insulation in the frame. And then we also do a high compression gasket around all of the doors. So all those components are able to get an NIC of 35. And then going in, this is Google Chicago. So as you can see, they did a custom film application here on the left. And then on the right, I wanted to show this image because if you wanted to do something different than Office Friends, but keep the rest of your building kind of that same aesthetic, we're able to provide the door and the frame around. So it just kind of keeps the whole design consistent. And lastly, we wanted to introduce Aria. So this is something that's going to be coming up. It's an aluminum system, so it's something a little bit different, has a different look and feel than Acme 50, but still a beautiful product. So this is something that's going to be coming in the future, and we're excited to share it. Does anyone have any questions?
If anybody has any questions, please add them to the chat for Kristen.
Thank you.
So we do have a question from Dylan Howe for each presenter. It's responding to COVID-specific concerns. Seen a lot of screen division solutions, as I'm sure physical barriers are effective both for focused work and isolation. But what solutions might we see around some of the spaces used for collaborative work? Is it just a spacing issue at this point? I can take it from an all seating perspective. For us, it has been very much spacing from a seating standardized. That's why a lot of the sectional seating is adding more tables or more non-seated positions for folks to have a little bit more distance. I can tell you I've seen less tandem or even sectional because it's kind of back to that single lounge seat for collaboration. So people can still place them in fun shapes, but hopefully once we have a vaccine, we can start to push people a little bit closer together for more collaboration. We've also seen combinations in conference rooms where the technology is beefed up, but we're removing seats from boardrooms or creating different spaces, benching along the sides, less kind of room around the boardroom. So folks have really a comfort level of where they want to be sitting, whether that's on screen or in person within those meeting and collaboration areas. If any of our other presenters would like to take that question in terms of more of the collaboration spaces.
So yeah, landscape. So we've added partitions. We've used storage as a dual purpose for partitions and also storage. But I would have to agree with Janine, which is all the solutions that we have to offer right now currently are more of a spacing issue. So other solutions that I've seen out there in the market is having air filtration being an option to the space. So I would take a closer look into that. But not only that, the materials that you're using in the workplace, having it being something that's easy to clean is something that's very important, that's being adopted by most. If anybody else wants to take over as well.
Yeah, I'll just add too, through flooring and through Packcraft size, we can also use wayfinding and space creation through carpet tile especially, with contrast of color and using different patterns to designate 6 feet apart spacing and things like that. So we'll show some examples in our presentation as well.
And Dylan, I just saw your question about touchless hardware for door hardware or touchless features. And I think this is something we are going to try to start incorporate. I mean, there's obviously automatic door openers, but I think it's something that's going to be a lot more, it's going to come up a lot more in the future for design, definitely. So I think that's something we'll look at for us.
Awesome. This is Megan from Lutron here. So I'll jump in. I figure I will show you guys some examples of how we can help you from the lighting and shading world with touchless technology and just different strategies that will allow your clients to have a flexible and adaptable space for whatever challenges will come up in the future, because I'm sure we're all grappling with the reality that it's not anymore a question of if change will come, it's really like when it will come and how can we get there. So I'm super excited to be here with you and share with you guys the kind of future of lighting controls and shade solutions from Lutron. And when we think about architectural lighting in the future, it really is all about experience. And for those of you who are maybe on the interior design side and don't specify lighting systems, I would say we can definitely work together with some of the fixtures I'm going to show you that can be decorative options, as well as shading fabrics or just tools that you can use to create ambiance and unique spaces for your customers. Because we really think the best light is your own. I think all of us have been locked down at home. I've been in Pennsylvania, so greetings from Pennsylvania today, but in a more or less static environment, and I wish that I had a little bit more dynamicism to change how the space feels and what the ambiance is like. And for sure, if we think about our favorite restaurant or our favorite theater or our favorite store, a lot of why we love those places is because of how they feel. And light is a great way to make a statement. So with the use of Ketra fixtures, which is a company that Lutron acquired about 2 years ago, with the same bulb or light, you can create 16 million different saturated colors, which is super fun for things like brand launches or transforming your office from a workday feeling to the cocktail hour feeling, as well as every shade of white. So that could be something like shifting the white light throughout the day, or in the picture you're seeing now, there's a couple examples of a room that might be energizing, a room that might be just static, more comfortable for working on a long-term project, and then another room to the far right that can be really relaxing with warm and soft light. So not only in a space that's an office space, we can also think about restaurants or retail spaces where we want to highlight artwork or finishes. And that's a super important feature of the Ketra light, because we can change how our light will render objects. So all the beautiful fabrics and flooring and walls that you will see today, if we get on site and they look a little bit different than they may have looked in our library when we pick the samples, we can tune the right light to make sure that your client is getting the exact right look of everything you have in there. So I'll show you a couple examples, but we can transform event spaces to provide, a bride with her favorite lighting, and then maybe another bride has a different favorite color. All of that can be done without calling a contractor and just with a simple use of an app. And of course, for anyone who wants that simple and beautiful wall control of a keypad, there's a huge range of options and finishes that we have, from matte, glossy, metal, and then black and white glass, which all come together in any place to nurture a mood or really just create a feeling. So you can see here, even in a gym, we're starting to pump up everyone to work out with some blue light, which I definitely need these days. And that alone can just take an experience from your average gym to a place where you feel inspired and happy. And of course, we're thinking about things like biophilic design, human-centric design, or achieving different ratings like LEED or WELL. Connecting to nature is a huge part. And of course, daylight and views to the outdoors is a great way to connect with nature. So Lutron has 1,200 fabric options. All of our commercial fabrics are Green Guard Gold certified, which means they can meet the LEED v4 low emitting materials requirement. So definitely feel free to reach out to me about those, or antimicrobial, antibacterial fabrics. We have a bunch of different ratings that can help achieve multiple design goals and also just bring that natural light into the space. So we've talked a little bit about how can we, adapt and change our spaces, and people will kind of need to spread out after this pandemic situation. So when we all can't congregate next to the window at our favorite spot, we can use Ketra light to bring natural light indoors, as well as even do things like personalized moments. So the Nike flagship store allows any client who walks in to try on their outfits under different shades of white light, or in the Texas A&M locker room, the coach literally presses a button, music, lights, change colors, it goes into a pump-up scene, and hopefully helps them win a lot of games. If you're not a fan, sorry. We'll equip your team with that too. And for clients who want that flexibility and control, real-time change through an app is super important. And that leads me to introduce the new system called Lutron Athena, which combines shades, lighting, Petrolite, and an app under one umbrella at a friendly budget. So, of course, you see kind of the big categories that we can work together to specify. And like I said in the beginning, this is definitely a teaser of what the full solution is. And for sure, I would love to work on this with you guys and give you more information, because I'm sure clients could be interested in this moving forward. So thanks again for joining our speed presentations. We're very excited to have you here, and we'll open up for questions. And if there aren't questions, I will turn it over to my friends at PatCraft.
Megan, it looks like there is one question from Annie McCauley at Unispace.
Sure.
In perspective, have you seen any use of UV light for sanitizing and disinfecting?
Yeah, so I'm starting to see it. Definitely in the lighting world, there's always concern when we think about UV light for this purpose, because it becomes a potential liability. So from the Lutron side, we have worked with different companies to implement the control of UV light. So when can they turn on and off? But definitely for sure, it's been an interest. And on that note as well, I've seen people come to me with the question of, if we're using a UV light to sanitize a space like a meeting room or a breakout room, we can deploy the Ketra lights above that room to turn red, for example, if someone shouldn't enter, and then green after the room has been sanitized. So I'm definitely seeing more and more on that. And I've seen a few talks out there in the industry from lighting designers who are going over kind of what are the concerns or what are the design considerations that we should take into account. Great question.
Thanks so much, Megan. Hey guys, so we're Team PatCraft New York City. My name is Haley, and I've been with PatCraft for about 1 year and 8 months now.
And I'm Stephanie, and I've been with PatCraft for 1 year now.
And we're getting ready to take you through a couple new products. We have about 3 new collections we're going to touch base on, and Stephanie's going to take it off first.
Thanks. So I'm going to talk about 2 product launches that have recently launched. So the first is Crafted Surface. So this is a carpet tile collection. This was inspired by the overdying of vintage rugs. And within this collection, there are 3 different carpet tile styles. So the first style is going to be Tapis. So this is really an organic, ornate patterning. And as you can see, a pro for this whole collection is that the carpet tile installs pretty seamlessly. So this is actually an 18 by 36 carpet tile, but it seems pretty well. The next style within the collection is Heirloom Tweed. So this is sort of a small scale cross-hatched style look, also can install pretty seamlessly. And then the last style within this collection is Overlayer. So this is a bit of a larger scale patterning with a play on positive and negative light. So all 3 of these styles are going to come in the same colorways. So as you can see, it comes in these nice neutrals, some navies and darks, as well as what we call a peacock palette. So this nice rust wash or artisan emerald are some of my favorites. And then something to note as well is that, as are all of our carpet tiles, this is a PVC-free collection. Actually, all of our carpet is. This is made on our EcoWorks tile backing. It's going to be 100% recyclable and cradle-to-cradle certified. So here are also some examples of installation methods. And here's an example of all 3 of the styles installed together with some colors dropped in to designate spacing. So the next collection I'm going to touch on is our newest LVT collection. So this is a new, and this collection was created based on the need in the market for a wider resilient option. So this is going to be about 8 inches by 48 size planks. So these are a bit larger, and they're going to come in both 2.5 and 5 millimeter thickness. So what's great with 5 millimeter is that it's going to transition seamlessly to carpet. This collection also comes in both wood and stone visuals, as well as some newer colorways like this ivory here on the right. This collection is also made in the USA, so it's made at one of our mills down in Georgia, and that allows for this collection to be quick ship. So we are able to ship it within 10 business days. So that's great if you have a fast track project going on or want to have something that you know will always be available. And then here are a couple other installations. This is a nice herringbone of that ivory color. And then something else to note is on the wood and the stone options where you do see texture, you'll also feel texture. So this collection is going to be registered and embossed. These are all the different colorways, and they come in both thicknesses, so both the 2.5 and 5 millimeter thickness. And then this is also made, as are most of our LVTs, with our ExoGuard Plus top coat. So that's going to help resist against scratching, staining, and scuffing, and help this collection really hold up within any commercial space. So if you have any questions about these, feel free to write them in the chat, and I'm going to pass it on to Haley to talk about our newest carpet collection.
Awesome, thanks, Steph. So guys, Inspire Connection is our new collection that we are launching at the end of this month in July. This was supposed to originally launch for NeoCon. And really it's created to capture a sense of well-being and comfort by incorporating bold textures and soothing neutral tones. This collection is made up of 4 different carpet tile styles that have an 18 by 36 format, and then 2 of those styles can be incorporated in a broadloom format as well. And also to note, for the sustainability attributes, this entire collection is PVC free, and the carpet tiles are 100% recyclable, and it can be recycled back into carpet at the end of its life cycle. So the first two styles we're going to take a look at. We have Influence on the right, which is a large scale kind of organic pattern. And this is really, I mean, it's a lot bolder, but again, it kind of creates this grid-like texture across the floor, and it's still organic. So it's not like it has a lot of movement, and it's not structured in any way. On the left side, we have Restored. This is more of a small scale multi-directional pattern. And really, as you can see here, when it's installed wall to wall, it seams seamlessly. So it really kind of implements that broadloom-like look, which is super great. The next style we have is Harmonious, which is more of it has a lot of movement, or but only in one way. So it's more horizontal movement. And this is super great because it's very subtle in a space, but without being overwhelming. And lastly, we have Enliven. So Enliven is a little bit different than the other 3 patterns. Stephanie is actually circling it on the screen. So this is more of a kind of graphic look, and it's like a trellis pattern that's weaved throughout this distressed background, if you will. And it allows for, basically it's incorporated to basically build a kind of inset rug look, if you'd like, throughout a space. Stephanie, you want to go to the next screen? Here you have just another install look. You can see Enliven is actually inset as a rug throughout Harmonious for an open office area look. And really, Enliven's really great to use to designate as its seating space in the new kind of COVID-19 world. So lastly, we're going to take a peek at the colorways. So the colorways are made up of 12 different colorways in the collection. Each colorway is tufted with 4 different yarns. 3 of the yarns are going to be your neutral palette, and then you have 1 yarn colorway that will be kind of like a jewel tone. So really adds a color pop, but still kind of grasping that organic, very soothing tone that you want to see in a space right now. So these are the lighter colorways, and these over here, these are the darker colorways, which are probably screams New York, right? So you have the 2 darkest colors. You have Affinity and Fortify. Fortify has that dark kind of charcoal background with highlighting kind of a black yarn, and then Affinity has a light gray background with, again, that dark kind of black color pop, if you will. So lastly, if you guys are interested in learning more about any of these products Stephanie and I just talked about, we have a microsite for Mia Connect 2020. The link is down at the bottom. This is super awesome. It just gives you some install shots of each collection. And also you can see here, we incorporated a bunch of renderings and design development kind of pictures that we asked students from SCAD to build for us. I think it's great to see what future designers like yourselves are going to be doing in the marketplace. So this is just a great look, and it's just great to incorporate some fun work. So if you have any questions, let us know. I think we might have one.
We have a comment. These are gorgeous.
Oh, yay!
Amazing.
Thank you so much,
They definitely
Sarah.
are.
Yeah, and we'll follow up and send this info to everyone as well, just so that you have it, and if you need that link to our microsite. And if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to pass it on to Melissa, and we are going to announce the winners of our raffle.
Hi guys, thank you for joining us all. We're super excited and happy that you guys were able to attend our event. And now we are super excited. I'm in a true New York fashion using my New York hat to pull out the names. I've added them all. So first winner is going to be for all seating. Name is Dylan Howell from Perkins Will.
Congratulations, Dylan. Dylan, I will be contacting you because you will get to personally pick your fabric finishes for your chair, and we will also ship it via UPS directly to your home if that's where you would like it, because when are we getting out again? We don't know. Congratulations, Dylan.
Awesome. Okay, so next person. Oops. Okay, so next person. Kelsey Paul. So congratulations.
Kelsey.
I didn't see the name of the what firm you're from, but we're super excited and we'll be in contact and arrange the way that we're gonna give you your price. This is the Inscape price with our Rocket mobile pedestal. So next one. The next prize goes to Lutron, which will be Anna Laura Everhart from BAM.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exciting. It's a mini smart home, so will be fun.
And I'll give everyone their contact information. Next person is the Pack Craft, which goes to Herbie from ENV.
Herbie from NBC.
And we'll reach out as well to arrange mail.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you.
So that's it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Really
Thanks,
appreciate
everybody.
Contact info. Yeah, we appreciate everyone hopping on. And if you have any questions after, feel free to reach out to any of us.
it. Wonderful.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a
Great
great
to
rest
see you all on here.
Bye, guys.
Have a great time.